First, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Somi for letting this happen. Definitely be sure to give Somi a like and a subscribe, as well as turn on their notifications because they are posting extremely good content. Also be sure to join his Discord server for huge giveaways in the future for Cheese Tower Defense. In this video, we're going to be testing out new Bob unit, the new leaderboard unit. We're going to test out if this unit is good, or we're going to see if this unit is terrible. I'm going to skip directly to the gameplay of this unit, so be sure to subscribe and check out future videos after this one. Alright, so we're in the game. We're going to click insane. He has 2,000 plays, so again, I will go ahead and get back to you guys as soon as I'm able to place him. Okay? We're going to go ahead and place him just right here and see exactly how good he is. So starting off, he's going to be doing 340 every 3 seconds, and he gets a trap. I think I'm going to go ahead and put him on strongest. That way he's at least hitting the strongest enemies and just chops away at them. Alright, let's go ahead and see what that tier 1 trap does. So with the tier 1 trap, he's just like the trapper. Puts the stick of doom. Looks like the gobblers come and trip over this and take 65 health out of him. With his next upgrade, he's going to be able to hit camo and he'll attack a little bit quicker while doing a little bit more damage. At the moment, he's doing about 113 damage per second. With the trap, it depends on how fast that trap comes back, because it looks like it's going to be gone for a little while. I'm going to go and time it here for a second. We'll see how long it takes him to put that back up. It's looking like that trap's not very good. That first upgrade on him is pretty much useless. 65 health, doesn't really do much. Can't lie. Still hasn't came back. Maybe it's per wave. Maybe he puts it on the next wave. Let's go ahead and test that. Let's skip the wave, because I'm confident that the jug can take everything out in the back. It may not be per wave. He may just put the one trap and that's it. It doesn't seem like it comes back. That's not good. That is terrible. So he just stays at about 113 damage, and then he gets an extra 65 once, period. Maybe it's every couple minutes, but either way, it's just not worth it. We're gonna go ahead and get this camo upgrade. That'll get his tier 2 trap, which is 6,000. But with this camo upgrade, he's gonna be doing about 335 damage per second. And that is also camo detection. So I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the world. I mean, this jug is over here doing about 100, but on placement, I can't lie, it's about the same DPS as jug. The only problem is it attacks so slow that you're only really going to have it be useful on these really bigger enemies. He'll just take them down and make it so jug can take care of the smaller ones. He's a lot like Guardian with the amount of damage he does. Well, it takes about 3 upgrades to get him to do what Guardian can do. But he does attack a lot quicker by this point than Guardian does at base. Guardian doing 600 damage every about 5 seconds or so. We're just gonna go and skip because those guys aren't really a problem. See how well he takes care of these waves on his own. He seems to be struggling a little bit. We're definitely gonna save up for that tier 2 trap, and we're gonna hope that he's gonna be able to take out those furious gobbler stacks, because at the moment I really don't think he will. I can also go ahead and test to see how many I could place by placing a couple of them back here. So I think we're going to do that in a moment here, because I do think it'll be a lot more helpful than getting whatever this may be. So for now, we're just going to go and test it. Hopefully we can place a lot of these guys. That is another thing I want to test, is how many we can place. I'm going to place one there, one there. So far we've got 3 down. We're also going to go ahead and put these guys on strongest. That way they're taking care of the, they're not wasting any of their damage here. 340 damage isn't the worst. But you can tell, they definitely cannot take care of swarms. We're going to go ahead and try to get one more of these down. We'll see if he can help out his friends here. They're taking out, this one up here is taking out all the camo enemies that do come through, which is nice. But these are 100% going to get one shot by the jug, so we don't have to worry about them. This wave is a little more complicated. The jug might not be able to take out all these enemies on his own, so we'll see how it goes. We can also see if we can place another one, but I'm gonna wait because we might need another jug. We're gonna place another jug just to make sure we don't die to these guys. I'm not too confident Jug being able to take all of them out on his own, so we'll give him a friend. We're getting to a really complicated wave here in a moment. Pretty soon here we're going to see the regen guys, and then we're going to see the furious gobbler stacks, and I don't think this tier 2 trap is going to be able to do this. Also, I'm playing this game without farms, so bear with me. We're going to see if we can get these upgrades. I might lose, but we will be able to test out this unit and see if he's any good or not. He actually took out quite a few of those enemies, so I do think it would be appropriate for us to see how many of these guys we can place. Oh, never mind, you can place 4 of them. Guess we found out the limit. He's a little bit better than Trapper. trapper, I guess. So at least we'll give him that. He does damage right off the bat, making him a lot better for sure. I'm gonna go and skip, and we're gonna save up for this tier 2 trap. I don't think it's gonna be worth getting these tier 1 traps on this guy because they don't regen. It's been at 65 or 0 health for so long. But now we can get the tier 2 trap, and it's 600 health now. Logs of Doom. And it's dead. We'll see if it regens. Oh, wow, that last upgrade is kind of crazy. That last upgrade has a lot to it. 25,000. We're not going to be getting that for a while, so I'm going to just make sure that we can survive. But he is putting in work on these Furious Gobbler stacks. His friends aren't, but he is. Oh, I guess his friends are doing some work too. These guys might be able to take this wave out. So definitely to make sure that we can take that out, I'm going to have to make sure we get some upgrades back here because it's not looking like they're going to be able to do it on their own. We're just going to get this 5,000 upgrade and hope that it's enough to be able to take all these enemies out. I think it will. This jug upgrade is typically extremely good. It keeps us alive pretty well. 2 shots those guys. No longer a problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and get all of these guys upgraded. Let's put some sticks on the track. They'll never get past this. And they're already past it, and they're never coming back, and neither is this one. Maybe in the future he'll make it so that these can regenerate, but as of now, I do think the dev may have forgot to to make him replace the traps. Alright, so our Bobs definitely did something. I'm gonna want that first upgrade for all 3 because he is actually somewhat decent. I mean, I'm able to do this well without farms, so he is definitely helping, to say the least. I don't think I'd be able to make it this far without having Bobs doing what they're doing, so we're gonna get that upgrade on that one, and we'll go ahead and get the other ones upgraded in a moment here. We can get the second one up. We've got one more to go because that 3,000 upgrade is actually extremely nice. Right now it's essentially just a replacement for an 1800 jug for about 5,000, so it's not the nicest, but it definitely helps. We got our third one upgraded, and now we've got all of these guys just swinging away, doing lots of damage before our jugs inevitably get to them. And here we're also going to want to get this jug upgraded just to be safe, and then we're going to have to start saving, or we will definitely die. But he did put in work. I mean, they're only coming in with about 100, 200 health. If you have this guy as well as another tower like Boss or Guardian, you might actually be able to take them all out, especially Boss with his fast attack speed. Put a Boss right here with the fast attack speed and have them hit as they're going around the circle, and you'll be able to take out all the extra health that the enemies have. This guy can't. So far, I would actually recommend you put him on the team. I'm asking RoboOne personally to see if the traps are intentional, but as of right now, even without the traps properly working, it does seem like he is actually pretty decent. He's not the best tower in the game, but at least he's not the worst. With this upgrade, he's definitely going to be decent to skip because I can trust the enemies there, and we're going to see how much damage these Bobs can do to the cool gobblers. This wave is normally a little bit scary. He didn't get all of them to half health, but he did get a couple of them to almost die, and I believe he killed the first one, maybe first 2, but we'll see if the jugs can pick up the slack. If they can, then we can upgrade the first one to the max level. If they can't, we're definitely going to have to get more jugs back here. Alright, and the jugs were barely able to take it, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade this first one to his max level. He gets a little bit more range, he gets an awesome log on the back of him, and he does a ton of damage. That damage is actually really decent. That damage is not bad at all. That damage puts him at 1,545 damage per second. Emotional damage per second. That is not bad at all. That's definitely a lot better than a few of the other towers we have in the game. He actually becomes pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade the other ones as well as soon as possible. We're gonna get this log, and I definitely think the jugs can take over the slack. I mean, I don't even have to bring farm right now. Yeah, I'm not auto skipping, but it's seeming like he's actually able to put in work. We're gonna try to get this one upgraded as well, and we'll see. His DPS is actually higher than Jug. With his attack speed, it's kind of a problem. They're able to do a lot of damage to these camo gobblers and take a few of them out actually. Looks like he would be able to hit the track if you put him in the middle of this this path here. He'd be able to hit all around the circle, so that's also a bonus. 11 range isn't the worst range. And with Divine, he'd be doing a lot more damage as well as also just hitting a little bit further, which would be great. I definitely don't want to die, so I am going to go ahead and... I think I might die. I won't die. I'm crazy at this game. We got this guy as a backup. We'll see if he's able to keep us alive 100%, and if we need another one, we put another one. For now, it's looking like these guys are able to put in quite a lot of work onto these guys. They're able to split these Furious Gobblers before they do good damage and take out quite a few of the enemies. I am a little scared with how many enemies are coming through, that's for sure. I think our jugs are definitely able to take out 150 health enemies. Alright, I was right. We're gonna go ahead and... Man, this 6,000 upgrade is just so useless. 6,000 for 600 health on the twig and only refreshes once. At the moment, it is not great. But we're gonna have to get it if we want to get these lumberjacks up, which is definitely worth it. So just gonna go ahead and bear with it for now. We've got these nightmare gobblers that are just a little bit scary. We've got to make sure that this guy, who's doing about 1,000 damage per second, can get to them, because I don't think these two are going to be able to do much. So we're going to go ahead and place one right there just to help this one out, and I'm actually going to move this one over because I don't want it to get that close to the base. Not the greatest financial decision, but it will help. These giant healer gobblers are also going to be a problem if all of these guys are on last. So for now I'm going to go ahead and put one of them on first, so that hopefully he can do some damage to all of them, because they are going to heal up completely to full health by the time they get to the end. Putting them back on strongest, and it looks like we took out quite a few of them, but again, some of them are going back up to 4,000 health. So just to be able to take care of them, we're going to make sure that we have a full setup of jugs back here, or it is not going to end well for me. Here we go. Now we're doing about 2,100 damage per second with these 3 jugs, so 2 seconds on one giant healer gobbler will be able to take them out. Should be good here. They only have 4,000 health. Perfect. Now that we took care of that, we're going to get this final guy maxed, and now we have a full setup of utter destruction up here. Let's see how well they do against a nightmare gobbler stack. They're just chopping away. They killed it. They did it. They took it out completely. This guy is not the worst. That's crazy. They left some of them behind, but I mean, they killed one of them. That's pretty impressive for a tower. Most towers in this game can't even kill one of those on their own. At least not anymore. Some of the older towers definitely can. We're gonna go ahead and get this upgrade just so these guys are always shooting, no matter where they are in this little circle. It's not gonna be the most helpful thing in the world, but it will help a little bit. And of course we're gonna save up for our 1700 upgrade just to make life a little bit easier and make sure we can stay alive. I'm confident that we're gonna take this out, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip. I don't think those enemies are a problem. And we're gonna go back over here and see how well it takes out the next wave, because these guys can't be upgraded anymore and I can't place them. So what they can do now is about all they'll ever be able to do, and that's about all they'll ever be able to do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give them a slight buff, because I do think that they can take out some more enemies if they have some chill rats helping them out. We're just gonna put them in a little line over here. We want it to be on the 3 mainly, but we do want the 1 to be helped out just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys to shoot quicker, and they do have agility 3, so they will be a lot more helpful in stunning the enemies in this spot so that our guys can do a lot more damage. Oh, but they definitely weren't able to take them all out, that's for sure. There's just too many enemies. They can't handle it. We're gonna get one of these guys to the 78,000 upgrade because I don't want to die to these. These do 50 health each, and I only have 1, so not something I want to be dealing with. I'll go ahead and get these guys to shoot even quicker. Oh, kidding, I won't. Let's see how well they do against the boss. Let's take care of these chill rats, get rid of them so that they're not doing damage. How much damage can these do to the boss all on their own? So far, they're only doing a small amount of damage. They're not really taking care of the boss how I'd want them to, that's for sure. Now they brought him down almost 100,000. That's not the worst. They definitely can take out the boss on their own, actually. I'm gonna get rid of this Greg. He already attacked, so we can't really test it without the Greg attacking, but we're just gonna go ahead and use this guy to kill the boss. We've got tier traps as well, which is pretty great, but we're just gonna keep using these guys. Deleting them as soon as we can, placing more of them. Can they take out the boss on their own? That is the real question. They're swinging away, they're trying. 600s might actually be what causes us to be able to beat this boss as well. So far we're wasting a lot of money on these guys for not a lot of damage. I don't think they can do it. I think we're gonna have to use Greg. Greg, overlords, protect us. Carry us, Greg. You are our savior. I mean, would you rather use the lumberjack or would you rather do this to the boss? I mean, like, you have 2 options, and I think one of them's better than the other. Anyways, that has been Bob.